Video game nostalgia, a necessity for gracious living.
When many of us were children, we would often play our favourite video games over and over again. In our early days of gaming, before the internet was prolific, the worlds within our video games often felt highly mysterious, like planet Earth before all the continents had been discovered. You didn't always know for sure whether a playground rumour you heard was in fact true. Discovering Missing No in Pokemon Red and Blue version, or seeing The Big Show come out in the Royal Rumble in SmackDown 2, a game he wasn't supposed to be in, would further emphasise that all sorts of strangeness lurked within the murky depths of our game collection. These incidents almost felt like the digital equivalent of encountering a ghost. Many gamers had already become accustomed to looking for secrets within the titles they played, ever since the release of the revolutionary Super Mario Bros. For the NES, with the game's hidden warp pipes captivating players' imaginations and making skipping stages a breeze. Holding this thought in mind, what is even more impressive is that the warp pipes are only the tip of the iceberg regarding secrets within this all-time classic. Today we will explore some mind-blowing moments that may change your perception of Super Mario Bros. Forever. So without further ado,
I am Lady Decade, and this is how we access Super Mario Bros. Forbidden, World 9 and other freaky areas we were never intended to reach.
if you are a regular viewer of this channel, you will know that this isn't the first video I have uploaded uncovering secrets within Super Mario Bros. Last time here, we looked at the mystery of the Minus Worlds, strange stages that could be accessed by jumping backwards through a wall and entering a warp pipe in an alternative way. Minus Worlds get even more bizarre with this exploit if you perform it with the Famicom Disk System version of the game, but in the case of this video, we are going to visit more strange worlds which can be accessed on a humble, common in the West NES cartridge. To get the bizarre results we want, we must have a copy of Super Mario Bros. And NES Tennis. First, grab the Super Mario Bros. Cartridge, stick it in an NES, load up stage 1-1, then wait for a few seconds. With the system still turned on, we must carefully remove the cartridge, then hot swap it out for the tennis cartridge. Now, with the tennis game loading, play a rally or two, then hot swap it back to Super Mario Bros. Again and reset. On the title screen, hold the A and start button together and hey presto, Mario with access to exploring a mysterious stage you have likely never encountered. So, what on earth is going on here? Well, holding A and start together on the title screen is a little trick that can be performed to attempt a stage again after a game over. Still, here with a bit of tennis data being stored, we get different results and access to areas we were never intended to be allowed to enter. How long we play tennis determines which weird level we start on. These even include the mythical World 9, an area that many gamers fantasized about reaching. Astonishingly, World 9 is very real. The stage has funky colours, Mario can swim through the night sky, arguably helping it live up to its dreamlike nature. Unfortunately though, just a few seconds in, the game crashes.
But at least we can say that we reached the 9th world of one of the most important games in history.
If you want to know something even crazier, Super Mario Bros. Doesn't contain just 9 worlds. Oh no. In reality, there are 256 of them to explore, meaning the scale of Super Mario Bros. Is wilder than even your childhood imagination conceived. The channel Retro Game Mechanics Explained goes into the science of this exploit in detail, so check that out later if you fancy learning more about the technical side of things regarding what is happening here. As great as the tennis exploit is though, the problem with it is that it almost feels random as to which of these insane stages we are going to get to play. So unfortunately for us, the tennis glitch isn't going to cut it if we want to have control of where we are exploring.
Are you familiar with Diego Maradona? Argentinian World Cup 1986 winner? He could probably do it. I need to find a way to harness his power, and I think I've found a way.
That's right, we're gonna cheat. Personally, I would have preferred to recycle the original meme here. Still, I'm not as brave as Carl Jobst, so referencing football's most prolific cheater will have to suffice instead. Through the magic of the Game Genie, we can enter codes found online to access any forbidden mental stages we want, including stages labelled A1 right through to Z1, or the various worlds represented through glitched symbols instead. This is how Christopher Columbus must have felt when he discovered America, even though it was already there. So let's delve into some of this insanity and enter a code. You never quite know what you will get in these crazy regions. Check this very blue stage out, for example, whereby the music cuts out and we lose control of Mario as he goes into a zombified, possessed state. Unfortunately, he cannot complete the stage as he reaches a block, so let's move on.
Let's check out World A1.
This area is mental. Mario can swim above the clouds higher than a kite, with the star power-up theme only adding to the area's lunacy. Mario must have had too many of those mushrooms here. Still, his trip slowly turns for the worse when he eventually reaches an endless black abyss, whereby he must choose to either swim until the timer runs out or choose instant death to escape his nightmare. Psychedelics are dangerous.
Now is an important time to remind you all, don't do drugs. They make you die and fund terrorism. And here is a quick PSA to remind you all why to not do drugs. This is your brain. This is your brain
on drugs.
We also have this strange underwater level whereby Mario encounters blue question mark blocks, objects that do not appear in any of the easily accessible stages. Unfortunately, hitting them does nothing. The stage closes by crossing a vacant King Koopa bridge with a "Thank you Mario, but the princess is in another castle" screen featuring no Toad. All those mushrooms are now making Mario hear voices. A further glitch world is basically stage 1-1 with familiar tiles from the game switched out for others, along with the colour of most things in the stage being changed. Did I mention that Mario is swimming through the air again too? Beating this one, Mario can progress to further stages like this, with things only getting wackier when we encounter a grey flying hammer throwing Bowser. Everything about these forbidden stages is wild. C1 is an underwater stage whereby Mario's hallucinations make him see dangerous pits of water while he is already underwater, and there are also turtles stuck in the walls. What more can I say? D1 is just a repeat of one of the forbidden stages we've already covered, so there is nothing to see here. In between exploring the lettered stages, I completed one glitch stage multiple times, and I noticed the world number changed every time I beat it. After repeating the same level a couple of times, it changed to another one, and then another and another. I noticed that when the counter goes past 9, we get letters once again. For example here, stage glitch -A.
As for E1, we see Mario at his lowest point, as illustrated by this clip here.
Poor Mario finds himself in a black void plummeting to his death, over and over again. So, to save his soul, let's move on. F1 is just the trippy star music night sky swimming stage recycled, and G1 is just a bloody 2-1 castle stage from the main mode. Accessing the warp pipe regularly here does take Mario to the minus worlds, which we have to use the backwards wall jump to access under normal circumstances. Stage H1 is just a repeat of an underwater stage which loops if you beat it. I1 is another familiar looking stage, however things are not quite as they seem, as I noticed that I fell through the same platform several times before realising it was not my fault that I was dying.
That wasn't my fault.
Well, not my fault if we remove it from the equation that I'm using a game genie to exploit the crap out of this game. The rest of the alphabetical stages are similar to much of this, so there's no point covering each. So I'll leave a few surprises for you to unearth if you embark on this crazy game genie adventure for yourself down the line. Still, look at this particularly glitchy mess of a stage that I found.
Whoa! Right, stop that! Silly!
That is a taste of the strange worlds of the original Super Mario Bros. Beyond the 8 we know and love. The Game Genie and tennis exploits can help us reach many mysterious realms that one would not have imagined having ever existed. A Super Mario Bros. Cartridge is like an iceberg. We have the worlds that everyone is familiar with, but we also have almost countless others hidden beneath its cold depths. So not only can we access World 9, but 255 others as well. So if you enjoyed this video, why not watch my previous upload on the secret NES Super Mario Bros. Game that only Japan would receive. I'm not talking about Super Mario Bros. 2 here. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, and see you again soon.